It's good to dance to cheese music on Tuesdays, I think. Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well, welcome everyone to Noon on Tuesdays. This week we are talking about raw milk cheeses. Are they rad or are they risky? That's the question we're posing, and love to get your feedback on that too. And who I have with me today is our lovely cheesemonger manager extraordinaire from our Del Mar shop, Christine. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you could come down all the way from up north. Yeah, it's really good, right?
Yeah, it's a long trek down here.
Exactly, down into the mean, bad city. Well, maybe we get started, Christine, a little bit. Just tell everybody how you got into cheese, how you found Venissimo, how long you've been, a little bit about you.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm currently the manager at the Del Mar shop. I've found Venissimo when I first moved here 5 years ago. It's almost been 5 years.
You've been at Venissimo for 5 years?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. So I've been working at Venissimo for part-time that whole time that I've lived here.
That's
basically.
awesome. Yeah.
So it's been a lot of my life here, my new life here from the East Coast. So
crazy, right?
Crazy, yeah.
Would you have ever guessed that?
No. It was way weird. Yeah. Like, I saw the ad on Craigslist and just thought I'd try it. I have a love for cheese and food and wine and everything. So I had a new start here, kind of, fresh new place, and just wanted to try something different.
Right.
So,
and then here you came.
And here I am.
Yeah. How much did you think you knew about cheese before?
Oh,
Would
a
you
lot
say?
more. And then I walked into that shop and it's like, whoa, now I know how the customers feel when they come in and it's new.
It's kind of good to see it from that perspective, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
behind the counter and then in front of the counter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've learned, so everything I've learned about cheese has been at Venissimo.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Just from interacting, ordering, we have our education program that we do, everything. So
sure. Touchy-feely.
It's been great. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think makes Del Mar unique in the Venissimo cheese world.
Well, we are the largest Venissimo shop.
That is true.
Right?
You are.
Is that correct now? We definitely have a different clientele than our downtown shops, which is great. Each shop is different, which I think is wonderful.
Yeah, kind of nice.
Yeah.
Not this. You definitely get different experiences at each one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which keeps it nice and fun. And then we sell a bunch of wine at our shop.
Ooh.
We do have a lot of dine in and in the indoor seating and outdoor seating, which I think is nice.
Yeah, super nice because it's at that Flower Hill Promenade.
Right, exactly. And then we do lots of private events too. So not only the classes that we have on a regular schedule, but also customers that want to have birthday parties there or girls' night or that kind of thing. So,
that's perfect. How many people do you typically have at your private, would you say?
Usually between 12 and 20, kind of depending on the size, but we can do up to 40. We've done 45, I think, with indoor and outdoor. So
that's awesome.
Kind of more of a cocktail setting.
Yeah.
So you can kind of do seated classes or, mix and mingle.
Any type of little adventure, but in a cheese shop setting, which is really cool because then you're surrounded by piles of stuff like this.
Exactly. Everybody can look at all the cases and all the little jams and stuff on the walls and everything.
Yeah. So, very, very cool.
Yeah. I love our shop.
How many total cheeses you think you have at this given moment?
Everyone asks me that. Like, I want to say like 120.
That's crazy, right?
I think.
And you've tasted them all?
Yes. Someone asked me that yesterday.
Yeah.
And I thought about it for like a half a second. And I was like, I've actually tasted every cheese in the shop.
In the shop.
Even
Isn't that
the
crazy?
New ones
right.
that just came in, the day before or whatever.
It's just super.
Yeah.
Delicious. And let's see, charcuterie, wine, you said. Charcuteries, of course, too. You have quite a selection, right?
Yes.
Prosciuttos, serranos, ibericos, all the
various
creme de la creme.
Salamis, pâtés.
Yeah.
And then all of our condiment, kind of accoutrement type things too that we have.
Sure.
Our little French jams and
Exactly.
mustards and stuff that go with all of our delicious cheese here.
All raw milk cheeses, I presume?
Yep.
Yeah. Are we feeling safe being around these raw milk cheeses, or?
I don't know. I have diseases on my nose.
Exactly. No.
No, I feel very safe.
Yeah, exactly. It's because that is the debate today. Because raw milk cheeses, anything raw, not pasteurized, I should say, kind of be in the news. And I guess that's a good question that we often get at the shop is, tell me about, I thought we couldn't sell raw milk cheeses here in the States. But there is one general rule, right, Christine, on raw milk cheeses.
Yes. It has to be aged at least 60 days.
Yeah. Okay. So 60 days, 2 months, you got to age the cheese.
Right.
So this is why a lot of people say, well, in France, the camembert tasted different, or in Italy, the mozzarella just was so different. And we can tell you, unequivocally, the reason for that is those cheeses don't last more than 60 days, so they can't be raw milk and sold here in the States.
Right.
So we don't get those. But what we do get are some spectacular cheeses. I guess the most famous in the raw milk world, I would say Parmigiano Reggiano.
Right. We've got this.
And you've got a nice bad boy right there. Parmigiano Reggiano, Roquefort.
Yep.
English cheddars. And then what's this big bad boy?
Our Emmentaler. We love our Emmentaler.
Emmentaler.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how big do you think that chunk is right there?
Well, the wheel is 200 pounds.
That's crazy.
Right? So I think this is an eighth of it.
Yeah.
So this guy's probably, I don't know. I think we got a 25-pound piece. Yeah. When
so
we first got into the shop.
Yeah, we have a lot of Emmentaler. Come on in, taste some Emmentaler. But that one, this is one to kind of envision the beauty of raw milk and how much raw milk is required to make that 200 pounds. It takes about 1,000 liters. What did I say? 1,000 gallons. Of milk, to make that one 200-pound wheel of Emmentaler. Crazy, right? Yeah.
And then think about the little families on the alpine pastures who are milking the cows,
exactly.
raising the cattle, making the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
They make 2 wheels.
Only 2 a day. Yeah, right? That's really crazy. And we were just fortunate enough to get one of them. In the States, the world is a big place. And if they're only making 2 wheels a day and we got one of them, it's kind of a super fun thing.
Yeah. That was great. What a great event.
Yeah, really good to get that.
A big wheel cutting down at the Liberty Station market. So
exactly.
We cut a big 200-pound wheel. So that's how we got
the Emmentaler.
Yeah.
So, that is raw milk cheese. That one is aged about 18 months. Mm-hmm. And I guess that the whole 60-day rule is that the FDA has declared that after 60 days, any of that harmful bacteria found in the milk would have passed away.
Right.
Peacefully. And thereby deeming it safe. Now, what I think people get a little confused about and kind of want to bust the myth is that listeria itself, that's the scary word that we always hear, with cheeses is the word listeria. And what is that? That's not even actually found in the milk. The listeria bacteria comes from when, like, the animals are in mud or dirt that has that bacteria in it. And then that can contaminate the cheese. So the milk itself doesn't have that harmful bit in it. Right. It could be that the animal, maybe on the udder, maybe on a hoof, maybe in the milking facility, in the production facility, something gets in there to cause that. But then even that being the case, after 60 days, that too would have died, passed away. So that makes it, a little less scary. The soft cheeses, some of them we get, right after 60 days.
Right.
And so there, I guess, could be that little hint of that scariness, still left. But I don't find it scary at all.
I don't either. I think especially because it's such an issue with, that we have that regulation where we have to age at 60 days anyway. All of the creameries test their milk before it even comes into their facility. Yeah. They constantly test their batches throughout the process before it even gets released out into the market. I mean, the cleanliness in those creameries is something I've never seen before.
Yeah. And didn't she say, we'll talk to a couple cheesemakers in the future, but one said it's 90% of the time is spent cleaning in the facilities, specifically to take care of this, possibility of having something bad happen. And another myth, it doesn't always have to be a raw milk cheese that has listeria contamination. A pasteurized cheese can have that too. Again, because it's not inherent in the milk.
Right.
It's something around the milk.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. So even just a raw milk cheese sitting on a shelf with a pasteurized cheese, they could be sitting on the same shelf. And the pasteurized cheese would have the listeria too.
Yep,
so
exactly. If they were neighbors.
No
yeah, it's really something, huh?
Yeah.
I was reading, it was an interesting statistic because you would think, the French, obviously, it's the kings of the cheese world, France. Only 15% of their cheeses anymore are still raw milk. Oh, Isn't that
really?
Wow. I would have thought it was way, way higher.
It's always,
Yeah.
Every cheese almost. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought, why would they bother with pasteurization? But yeah, just 15%. And it was interesting. I was looking at our, whole database of cheeses. Okay, Christine, we have had 1,851 different kinds of cheese come through the shop shelves in its 14-year history. 591 of them are raw milk.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
That's a
So
good
I think
percentage,
our
yeah.
percentage looks better than France,
Yeah.
which is really, really shocking to me, right?
That's so funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
But,
we have a lot of customers that ask where the raw milk cheese is, because raw milk, not only, I mean, there's different levels of why people use raw milk, you know, or reasons rather, sorry, because of the flavor and the nutritional value too.
Yeah, exactly.
All cheese is healthy though. But
exactly. All have the good stuff in it. The
Yeah.
calcium, the
Right.
proteins. They all have the good fat.
Yeah, so we get that question. I don't know if the other shops do, but
Yeah.
our clients or our customers ask that question a lot. Where are the raw milk cheeses?
Yeah.
Because they have the following that they're going to have more nutritional value and come usually from better practices, you know, farms that have better practices,
Sure.
et cetera.
Perhaps
So,
they're eating all the grasses. It's all the pastures. It's
Right.
it's truly that artisanal flavor and experience and practices, like
Right.
you said, in the production.
the tasting the place,
Mhm.
and, you know,
Yeah, I think
terroir, that,
right.
all that stuff goes
That-
into play with why cheese producers use raw milk.
Yeah.
Because they want it to taste like where it's from.
Mhm.
So if you're blasting it with heat, it kills some of those
Right.
flavors and some of those nutrients. But-
Exactly. That complexity can be lost.
Right.
And I've, read studies after studies where you'll see, yeah, there is a slight difference in that complexity of flavor. Like somebody with a really, really fine palate might say, oh, I don't taste the grass of this
Right.
region. I don't taste like a sommelier would.
Yeah. Or the
yeah.
floral notes of
Exactly.
the
Of
wildflowers.
This. Right. The wildflowers that they ate. Yeah.
Which you can taste, which is magical.
Right? And then it, like in the, wouldn't you say in
Yeah.
like the Emmentaler,
Mhm.
you totally taste wildflowers?
Yeah.
And you're not just making that up.
No, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need a little leading,
Yeah.
notes in terms of what you're supposed to taste or whatever. But
Yes.
when you finally get it, I feel like it's like,
Yeah, I taste that. I really do.
Oh, I got it.
Right. It's amazing. But yeah, to capture that is just a beautiful thing. But I also feel we shouldn't discount pasteurized cheeses
No.
because provided it's aged completely right, Christine, don't you agree that a pasteurized cheese with the proper aging and just all the right care can taste as good as
Yes.
its raw counterpart?
Mhm.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So a raw cheese that hasn't been treated as well can taste not as good as a pasteurized version
Right.
that could have been treated spectacularly well or is eaten at the peak of its ripeness.
Right. Exactly.
Right? There's so
Yeah.
many things that play into it. It gets so complicated.
Yeah, and a lot of it's scientific too
Mhm.
sometimes, and it's what the cheesemaker wants. You
Sure.
just
Yeah.
go with it.
To capture exactly, to capture it.
Yeah.
It's really, really crazy.
Yeah.
So tell me about the ones that you brought today and why you brought them. Are these some of your favorites? Or would you say, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to put you on the spot, which in a minute you're going to have to tell me your favorite.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I already know what that is.
You already know?
So,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
So what I brought today was, of course, Parmigiano Reggiano, the most popular, wonderful
Popular cheese in the world.
Yes. And then, of course, our Emmentaler, which is kind of a feature in all of our shops this month. And then along with the Parmigiano Reggiano coming up too. And did
Yeah.
you just do the cutting?
Yes,
Yeah.
just had a cutting, so you're getting another 20-pound
so
chunk.
we'll have
yeah.
lots of that to go around too
Mhm.
again. So everything's raw, obviously. And then we have Ashbrook here, which is from Vermont.
That's nice. So we
Yeah.
have a domestic little guy here,
And,
a U.S. raw milk cheese.
Yes, and this is a Morbier style, which is a French
Yeah.
cheese style that they're kind of mimicking.
Yeah, isn't that great? What's in the center?
That's an ash.
I don't know if you can all see this. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a nice, beautiful ash in the middle there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And then we have this one up here is special to our heart. This is called Buff Blue. That is from our lovely Bleeding Heart Creamery. Shauna.
Shauna.
Used to be a Venissimo monger.
Hello, Shauna.
Shauna. So we could not feature her.
Exactly.
cheeses.
Yes, and Buff Blue. So what does the name mean?
So this blue is different. It's the only blue cheese in, I believe, America made with buffalo milk.
Crazy, right?
Yes.
And you, correct me if I'm wrong, did not see the buffaloes with me as well. We've seen those buffaloes.
Yes.
Yes. They're awesome. It's amazing. Water buffalo.
Water buffalo, yeah.
In case you're thinking it's like the bison you see or something, it's the water buffalo. Yeah, so raw buffalo milk.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
Mhm.
From just a little,
Yeah.
somewhat, this is from Sebastopol up in Northern California.
Beautiful. Hmm.
And she knows a guy who has
Buffaloes.
some buffalo milk.
Yeah, so let's make cheese.
Let's just make
It's
a cheese
awesome.
out of it now.
Yeah. What about this crazy purple guy?
Okay, so I brought this because this is way unique. This is called Olschier. This is a raw milk goat's milk from
Italy.
From Italy.
Yep.
Raw goat's milk. I said milk.
You did.
Raw goat's milk from Bergamo, Italy, and then it's coated with berries, mixed berries, and rose petals. It's to die for.
That's ridiculous.
And it's beautiful.
Right.
So,
raw milk.
Wait. Beauty.
Rose petals and berries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
it definitely it's like packs a punch, that flavor.
Sure. Sure.
It's not, it's a showstopper cheese though. That's what we
that's it.
Coined it as in the shop here for all of our customers who are making all their platters at home, etc. So.
Yeah, I want something stunning, visually stunning, and gastronomically spectacular.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
So those are some of the ones we brought today to feature.
Yeah.
And some of our more popular ones too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And did you have a lot of the time?
Pretty much all the time. Yeah. I mean, the Buff Blue and the Olschier come and go depending on availability, which is like anything precious. But we usually try to have it in the rotation.
Yeah. Just really good.
Yeah.
How do you tell people what raw milk cheeses you have at the shop?
So on our signs that we have in the shop, there's a little star, and that indicates that the cheese is raw milk.
Oh, perfect.
So that is a very easy way, especially if someone is pregnant and they want to come in and they want all pasteurized cheeses. Stay away from the stars.
Right.
Or I want all raw milk cheeses. Find all the stars, and that's how.
Yeah, and then that's how you can do it.
A really good way for people to explore all the options in the shop.
Yeah, because I think we're biased. We put stars on it because we think raw milk cheeses are the stars. I mean, they are. It's a delicious thing. But Christine, okay, I'm gonna bust another myth though. That whole, pregnant, ladies, and then raw milk cheeses.
Yep.
And I feel that raw milk cheeses then get a bad rap because again. Science, shows, if you know all about pH and everything, Listeria cannot exist where there is not a high pH level, which means all of these aged cheeses, there's not even a possibility that can still be there with them.
Right.
Because of the science of how the bacteria interacts, with the milk itself and with the product, the cheese. I was reading, I don't know if you remember, a few years ago in Colorado, it is scary. 25 people died eating bad cantaloupe.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're saying. Actually, the risk of fruits, raw fruits or vegetables having that can be that much more. We tend to focus, I think, on the cheese a lot.
Right.
But when you look at, statistics of that, it's really much more common in many, many other food. Raw fish.
Right.
Raw fruits and vegetables.
And the vegetables,
needing to just wash all that and keep that clean. Again, because the Listeria and those bad things come from not the dish, the ingredient, the food itself.
Right.
But
it's
from
the runoff from the cattle ranch over here or something like that.
The distribution truck that brought something up. You don't know. It's it. So it's really crazy.
Yeah.
And then from cheese, so this was what I had dug up on a statistic. So the CDC and does reports and of course tracks everything.
Yeah.
So from 1993 to 2016, there were 1,500, just over 1,500 cases of illness reported, where they really did track it down to a cheese. 202 hospitalizations, and 4 deaths. So, but that's since 1993. That's a long period of time,
Right.
but that they could attribute to the raw milk. That is so tiny, as opposed to 1 year of driving your car,
Right.
35,000 car accidents, 11,000 deaths.
Yeah.
Are you going to stop driving your car?
Nope.
No, and I feel like, you kind of have to balance some of those risks.
Yeah, and it is scary, something that you're consuming has the possibility, but it's just not that the risk is just not that
chances,
high.
I think lightning, I didn't check on lightning. Lightning striking might, I don't know, maybe be more common. Winning the lottery might be more common. I don't know. But we want to alleviate the fear that a raw milk cheese can be bad, especially with all the precautions in place.
Exactly.
The production's so regulated. The fact that science tells us, time is what makes it safe.
Yep.
All these cheeses have been hanging out for a long time.
I also have faith in the people who are making the cheese that this is their livelihood.
Of course, they want to put out the best
this
safe
family
product.
that makes this big 200-pound wheel. That's their livelihood. That's how they make They
That's
use
how they
their
live.
land and make a living.
Sure.
So they're not going to mess that up. It's part of their culture. It's part of, they've been making it this way for a long, long time. Everything's okay.
Everything's going to be okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I want to say hello to we have a Thomas Mitchell watching, and he likes to talk the Kurt of the word. Kurt is the word. So, hey, Thomas, thank you. We'll preach away. We'll preach all day. Because we just love it. What else on the raw? So your favorite, and I'm going to have to think about mine, but I think I got mine.
My favorite raw milk cheese, I like the Alpine cheeses. We have a Swiss cheese called Via Mala that
do tell.
Is a smaller production. I believe the creamery is woman-owned.
Awesome.
Only.
Go, girls.
It's biodynamic. It's, all that great stuff. And the wheels that we got this summer, which I thought were super cool. This is another great thing about the raw milk deal. Yeah. The summer batches are from when the cows were eating hay.
That's a super distinction.
Yeah. So it tastes different. Yep. And it also has a different nutritional value too. It has more omega-3 fatty acids in there.
The good ones.
The good, the good stuff. And that is being passed along to you.
Yeah.
So that I thought was amazing. And because I knew that, I just really loved that cheese.
Yeah. And then you taste it every time because each wheel is different.
Yeah.
This is why we are almost obsessive and force people to have a taste of anything when you come to the shop, right? Because we know this wheel of Emmentaler is not going to taste like the next one that we get.
Right.
The Buff Blue.
Nope.
No two wheels are alike, depending on the season, depending on the aging time, right?
Yep.
Depending on what temperature we serve it to you, right? Has it been sitting out for an hour or so? Has it been straight out of the fridge?
Right.
It all makes a difference.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, and even the season of where the cow or animal was eating and where it was aging, et cetera, all that plays into how it's going to taste. And sometimes the cheesemakers have to make adjustments as they go along because of those seasonal changes, or there was more water, or there was more humidity, or the cows ate more flowers that year than
versus dandelions. Who knows what they ate? Yeah, exactly.
A little bug came and ate all their little flowers because something blew in from who knows where.
Right.
Anyway, just like wine.
Just like wine. Yeah. I feel like now we've become those wine geeks.
I know.
Just sitting here talking about the terroir, but it's kind of true. Think about it. The animal, what they eat, is going to make that milk taste that much different.
Yeah.
And they eat rosemary bushes, say, in California, the goats, rosemary growing wild and free. Yeah. And then you taste that in the milk.
Yeah, no rosemary on the outside of the cheese, no infused.
Nothing.
It's from the animals eating that, and it's passed along to you.
Isn't that crazy?
I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it.
It's amazing. I'm going to go actually to one of the softer cheeses that are raw, Christine, that I just adore.
Okay.
It's called Vacheron Mont d'Or.
Oh.
Yeah. Now that one, you guys, we only get in the fall, like towards the holidays. It's a seasonal cheese. This is Swiss again. What is it with the Swiss and their raw milk, beautiful cheeses? But it's so good. They actually, it's almost, brie-like. It's a very pudding-like, just a beautiful runny consistency inside, but in a little bark wrap. So it picks up some of the, the flavor of the wood,
woodsy.
that it's wrapped in. But oh my gosh, you put that in the oven, Christine. Well, your house will stink to high heaven. I mean, almost like if you bake a fish,
right.
It's gonna linger. But then it's just rich and beautiful. Do you like that one?
Heavenly, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like creamy, delicious,
barnyardy,
which
woody.
may sound bad, but it's delicious. That means it's yummy. Yeah.
Yes, when we say barnyardy, we say that means yummy. Yeah. When we say it smells like old socks, we think that's a good thing.
Give it to me.
Yeah, exactly. No,
a baguette and I'll
slather it on. Slather it on. Well, couple things we're going to celebrate raw milk, everyone.
Yeah.
This Saturday at all the Venissimo shops, any raw milk purchased is 10% off. So we invite you to come and taste and experience raw milk flavors.
Yeah, experience it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
There's a great coalition. It's called Old Ways Coalition. They have a website on Facebook, all that jazz. That they're dedicated to promoting just the beautiful qualities of raw milk. So I encourage you to check them out. Saturday, the 22nd, is National, Raw Milk Appreciation Day.
Right.
So raw milk in its own, its own right, just raw milk. And then, of course, in the making of cheese,
Right.
All to be celebrated that day. So definitely, come in and try.
Yeah.
But before that, Christine, I know you have something special in Del Mar, which I think it's the best damn deal in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to come
What's
check
coming
it
up?
out. Yeah. So
And I'm sure you'll have raw milk cheeses.
Yeah. So the third Thursday of every month, we do a cheese feast. All you can eat cheese feast.
Did you hear that?
Right?
Yeah. All you can eat cheese feast.
So you get I pick a theme basically each month. So this month, of course, will be raw milk.
Awesome.
So we'll be featuring some of the ones you see here, even.
Old Skier.
Yes. We'll put a little piece of that there for everybody. And definitely our Emmentaler here for sure.
Yeah. That's really good.
Everybody loves that cheese. So basically the setup is you can sign up online. You can just call into the shop and say, hey, I want to come.
To the feast?
Yeah, and we'll get you in on the list, and we'll basically set up a feast of cheeses and some charcuterie and little accoutrements, etc.
Oh, nice.
And then you get a glass of wine, too, included with that.
For how much?
For $25.
Say that again? That
$25.
That can't be true. I don't know what that just said. It can't be true. $25. Yeah, it's true. She says yes. She says yes. And what time is that? Thursday, you said?
So that's the third Thursday of every month. That Thursday is this coming.
This coming Thursday.
Thursday, sorry.
Yeah.
Tongue twister there. And it's 3 to 6 p.m.
3 to 6 at Del Mar.
And it's great
awesome.
because it's like buffet style, more or less, it forces our guests to kind of mix and mingle.
It's fun, right?
And it really has
community.
a great environment. Yeah, exactly. A communal kind of feel. Some people share tables and chit-chat and exchange numbers and plan to come to the next month together.
It's awesome.
Because they enjoy it so much. So it's a really fun treat.
A fun treat. A cheese feast. Do you have regulars?
We do.
Yeah, that's so perfect.
Yeah, and a couple have brought different friends each month.
Yeah.
Which has been really fun.
That's just super.
So it's been really enjoyable. So you should
I
come
love
check
it.
out. Yeah.
Oh, I love it, Christine.
Yeah.
And then one other thing before we go, just in May, the Flower Hill Center, the Flower Hill Promenade, is doing everything flower, right?
Yeah, so they're going to have an event called In Bloom, and they're basically transforming the whole Flower Hill Mall into like a floral extravaganza.
Nice.
In celebration of flowers and nature, basically. There's going to be, right outside of our shop, actually, a butterfly atrium, I guess is
That's
the word.
crazy.
Enclosure that you can walk into and be amongst the butterflies. In addition, there's going to be multiple workshops throughout the mall that you can sign up for, and Venissimo is going to be doing all the cheese and wine for all of the events. So you can learn how to make a floral crown, and eat some of our cheese and drink some wine.
And aren't you going to decorate? Did I hear a cheese like making and decorating?
Yeah,
little
so how to use flowers and herbs to decorate a cheese board too.
Yeah.
And then we also have specialty classes each week in May centered around flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah. So chev making with flowers, and then the really fun one will be our regional pairing class, which is we're going to be doing California cheeses, California wines, California flowers.
Oh my goodness.
California Crush is what it's called.
That's good. Yeah. And California raw milk cheeses, like maybe Buff Blue. Who knows?
Yep.
Trying to think what else is a good California raw. Oh, Point Reyes blue, another blue.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So lots of fun stuff coming up.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone's interested in kind of getting a feel for what raw milk cheeses are available, the best thing I can recommend is we have a free app. Encourage anybody to go get it. You can just type in then the word raw, and it'll show you all the raw milk cheeses. Now, we don't have them all in stock all the time. But at least it's going to give you an idea of which cheese you like. Maybe you have a favorite and you don't know. Gosh, I don't even know if this one's raw or pasteurized. Might maybe help you figure that out.
Right.
And then hopefully...
You can always ask us, too.
You can always ask.
Yeah.
Always ask your monger.
Yep.
They're there to help, right? They're there to help. But we'd also like to thank the Specialty Produce Network for having us on. And any of you cheese lovers out there, hope to see you again next week at noon on Tuesday. Cheers. Ciao.
Cheers. Ciao, ciao.
Oh, I like that.